Right then, peoples, here we are out in the river. It's fine right down, it's clear, it's not particularly low, not too far above the tide. So I think it's time for a bit of what somebody called Euro scratching the other day. It's very effective, so we'll give it a go. As we say, less talking, more doing. Down a little bit first, and then we'll work back up this stretch here, maybe up round the corner. See what, if anything, happens. I've still got the really heavy bug on the point. Might be too heavy now. We'll see. In a really big flood, this area I'm walking through now is usually got suing in it. You can see them sometimes lined up. Plenty of depth here for them. In fact, it's well worth wading through now, because if you came here and fished conventional fly in a big flood, or a lure, a spinner, whatever, it's always worth knowing what you're wading over and how far you can go. And this has actually shallowed right up, so you could come down here in a decent flood. Right. Yeah, definitely. It's only knee deep here, so if we had another foot of water, you could fish this pool. Anyway, we've come to the... I've had salmon underneath the bridge there, as so have other people, but we've come right to the end of the nice, fast, steep water here. So let's have a go. That run over there looks lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. For those two runs, the super heavy didn't cause any problems, so we'll stick with him. And everything seems to be working. What's going on? I noticed since I've fab sealed the whole bloody lot, it hasn't rained. There's a good old depth over there, so anything could be here. Tide is long gone, mind. 4 hours ago. But it's fishing, so never say never. And never pretend you know what you're doing. I can tell you one thing for certain, this water is bloody cold. For this time of year, that's quite surprising. And later on, seeing as summer has reappeared, sort of, we're going to have a totally non-serious session down Porthcawl, where nobody's going to care about anything apart from having fun. Oh, possible little belt then. But usually the little belts are, I can see a trolley over there. Try not to catch that. Anyway, it's nearly summer. It's lovely and warm. T-shirt weather. I've got to remember to renew my NRW license because there's 4 days left on it, or 3 or something. Don't want to get caught out. Anyway, although, as it's been pointed out, this is not really proper fly fishing. You're not using a fly line or doing any sort of proper fly casting, but we are using flies and it is very effective. So that one might have gone. No, he's still with us. Still in one piece. He lives to fight another day. Although if he encounters that trolley, that'll probably be the end of it. There's definitely something down there. If every run through I can feel it grabbing at the flies a bit. Tell you what, I'm only 10 feet further out from where I walked down and it's a foot deeper. Definitely remember that in a flood. Step out too far, there seems to be a bit of a shelf and then a drop has appeared. Don't remember that being there before, but that's what rivers do, they change. Every flood moves things around. I'm a bit surprised we haven't even had a touch yet. Except from the rocks, they're always keen. At the bottom of that wall there is a concrete shelf the Environment Agency or whoever it was built supposedly as cover for fish. Complete failure. And as far as I can see, simply because they didn't put halfway along, they should have put a vertical piece in to break the current a bit. And then the fish might use it. They might use it in the low water. It doesn't really extend out far. I've never caught a fish off it. I've caught a fish 10 feet away from it and at the bottom of it where it runs out, but pretty sure they're there for other reasons. Even the pheasant tail isn't doing it today. Surely that run just there with the big concrete box. Gotta be holding a fish or so. It's plenty deep. Surely there'd be at least a trout. Used to be lovely dry fly water at one time, when we had lots and lots of trout. You could expect to take 2 trout at least out of there. But today, not even a take. There was a little possible snatch then at the end. And I can feel it bouncing the stones down there, so it's getting down. One more go. Yep. Definitely getting the depth, but just not any interest. As the water drops, of course, we will probably reinstate the 3 weight. And go down to slightly smaller bugs, although it has to be said, I've never known the size to matter too much, as they say. I've always used 10s and 12s. It doesn't matter whether they're dressed big, small, slim, short, straggly, they always take the fish. It's definitely one of the most consistent methods I've ever used. And if you want to fish for suin and salmon when the water is down to its bare bones, it's extremely effective. If you can stand up. Now see, in the olden days that would be a textbook swim, wouldn't it, that? With the willows and the deep water and features galore. It should have a squad of trout in it. It doesn't appear to have one even. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have to come out in the dark and do this. Now I know somebody's going, you can't go bugging or Euro trashing or whatever it is in the dark. You can. And I know because I've sometimes stayed out as it's getting dark and been fishing the bugs and it has actually got dark and I'm still catching trout. So yeah, it does work. Think about it, we used to catch suin quite a lot when the water was low, size 10 flies, pitch black, 1 o'clock in the morning. So the fish can see them, if they can see them they can take them. That is as simple as it gets. I think I mentioned in another video, this pool used to be absolutely fabulous because where that current is hitting over there, it used to go straight into a hole under the wall there, 17 feet back it went minimum, and the pool was much wider and a bit slower, probably because the force of the water was going in the hole and then coming out, and it was jam-packed with fish and it was really good for suing. And now, as you can see there, it's more of a washing machine. Good in high water, look, because up there the right size stones, and these little runs either side of this always used to give you trout. Now they'll give you absolutely nothing because there's nothing here. And you don't want to take another step in this speed of water because you'll be gone. So let's just reach over. Snag. Off. got a geschnackered leader. Let's go under here where the humans are not going to bother us and change it. Let's switch you off for a minute. Right then, now you're back. We've changed things up a bit, we've wee-wigged as it were. So we've got a big pheasant tail now, it is on the point. And we've got one of Stuart's experimental lake flies, really, I suppose, on the dropper. No weight at all in that one. Lots of flash, red tag, very small. Let's see if that works. And while we're here, look at that. Down there for a hole that should contain lots of trout. I would say that's at least 6 feet. It's going to silt up now because I'm walking through, but look at that. There should be fish in there and there was nothing. So I had a look as I approached it. And there was sod all in it. This run looks pretty though, and I've had good sea trout off where I'm standing now in a big flood. Well, not even a big flood. An extra 6 inches of coloured water and they'll be on here, right in front of us. And it's pretty good water for your standard actual fly fishing. Which, yeah, we will get round to it. It's just this covered in flies now. This is just more effective, whichever way you look at it. I've never tried this before with a heavy weighted fly on the point and an unweighted fly on a dropper. It's a bit weird to cast, to be honest. Don't know why. It should be like just casting the point fly on his own. One advantage, I can now dibble the dibble. Yes, that is a technical term. I can dibble the dropper fly, the unweighted one, across the surface on the bottom of the drift. Gives us something different to do. I don't know what I'm going to do after this little pool here, because it's Sunday and the weather's nice, so there will be humans everywhere. And we're not keen. I'm surprised this stretch hadn't been swamped with them. Trying to think of a little stretch where they don't go. Of course, they might all be down the beach or something, I don't know. We are getting precisely no interest from anything with fins. Let's try a run right up against the wall, but I don't think there's going to be anybody there. And you know why I don't think there's going to be anybody there? Because I watched this pool off that bridge a lot as I'm going back and forth to Tesco's. And I haven't seen a single fish in it all season. Right, nothing. What do we do? Anyway, let's get out, get back to the car, think about it, and I shall switch you off for now.